Hey everybody, welcome to Show Some Huss. That was an absolute tough one. Nuggets fall 105 to 107 against the Dallas Mavericks. Just going to be Donnie here today. Uh, Want to wish April and Leo a nice spring break. They're headed up to the mountains to enjoy some relaxing time. But unfortunately, I am here to report that games without an accident has now been pushed down to 0. We have had an accident in the warehouse, and apparently Michael Scott has joined the Nuggets for one game. Nuggets are 47 and 21, puts us a game behind in first place. However, there's still, I believe, 14 games left that the Nuggets can push to get the first seed. Yeah, let's dive right into it. Second quarter, awful defense, terrible defense, and I'm gonna try to get all the negatives out first. I'm gonna try. That second quarter, just too many easy layups. We couldn't string together possessions where we get a bucket and a stop, and we just kept kind of canceling each other out. We let them hang around. And I the biggest thing in that game, to me, the biggest difference, rebounds. They had 21 offensive rebounds to our 6. Now, you go up to looking at total field goals, right? We shot 37 of 84. They shot 42 of 100. They had 16 more total field goal shots than we had. If you're playing a percentage game, and shout out to my cousin Dano, he always told me it's a numbers game, you know? Dallas Mavericks did that tonight. They gave themselves more opportunities. They played those percentages. Yes, they shot a slightly less field goal percentage. Doesn't matter. I mean, the Dallas Mavericks didn't even shoot that well from three. They only shot 25%, made 9 the whole game. We shot 43% and made 12 the whole game. Just a tough night. I felt like offensively our movement was very stagnant. When Joker caught the ball, the high post, it was kind of like just roaming around that 3-point line. And don't get me wrong, it's kind of where I want MPJ to be. The only one who I felt like truly did not was AG, at least with the starting 5. It didn't feel like it was there. There wasn't enough movement. And when you're not moving, you're not utilizing one of Joker's biggest strengths, and that's passing the ball. But yeah, I want to give a shout out to Kyrie Irving. Um, Kyrie Irving loves a conspiracy theory. Okay. Now, we have no idea if aliens are real, but it is a conspiracy theory. I'm starting to think that guy is an actual alien. All right. Maybe that's why he's into the conspiracy theories. Maybe he is an alien. I don't know. And we'll get to the final seconds of that game here in a little bit. Um, Third quarter continued to just give up offensive rebounds, and you're not going to win a lot of NBA games if you can't secure the ball and limit their chances. I mean, these are NBA players. They're going to score. They're good shooters. Even the bottom guy on the bench is probably the best guy on most college teams. That's how this league is. This league has the best of the best. And so if you continue to give them more and more opportunities, they're going to make you pay. And that's exactly what happened today. I want to give a shout out to the refs. I am so happy that they did not call that leg kick out by Luka. Now, Luka was on fire tonight. That 3 to tie the game was phenomenal. The guy is amazing. But for those OG Nugget fans, the ones who have been here for the last 20, 30 years, that leg kick out was so demoralizing to Nuggets fans when we had to play Kobe Bryant. And for the NBA to finally say that is a ridiculous call, I'm so happy they did not call that. Um, so I had to say that. Um, Nonetheless, Doncic was on one. But let's switch over. Let's switch over to some positives here. We did not. I felt like in that fourth quarter, we could have laid down and we could have just been like, you know what, 11-2 after the break or after the All Star break. That's a solid record, right? If you told me that right after the All Star break, I'm taking that in a heartbeat. That is a crazy good run, 11-2. But we didn't lay down. We fought back, and we did it a lot without Joker on the floor, really. I mean, we tried to stay with him. Jamal hit some big shots, and we will get to the one he missed at the end. Um, but yeah, I really felt like we didn't show any quit. It just felt like we could have laid down. And Gafford on the Dallas Mavs, what a trade that was. That really improved the Dallas Mavericks. We haven't played them since the beginning of the season. And, a big thing that a lot of people talked about with the Mavs is they're too small. They don't have enough physicality in the paint. And that Gafford trade has given them that. I'm not saying he's Nikola Jokic. I'm not saying he's one of the top big men in the league, but he adds value. So got to give their GM and their staff a solid trade credit there. All right, let's hop right to the end here. Um, we do fantastic getting back into the game. Jamal hits an unbelievable three, go up three, and then they get the out of bounds. They hit Luka for a deep, deep, deep three. Normally, I'd be fine with most people taking that. I'm like, you hit that, kudos. But you throw in the factor that it's Luka Doncic taking that shot, and it's different, right? So to kind of lose him in that moment for even half a second, that was rough. That was rough. A little bit more communication on that would have been helpful. And then comes down to, okay, we're thinking, shot clock basically mimics the game clock. We're either going to win this game or we're going to overtime. And a lot of people are going to say Jamal shot that ball too early. However, I I didn't think that. I Yes, in theory, you want to release the ball. You want to be able to slow it down and show that his fingertips are off the ball with zero point 0.1, zero point 0.2 seconds left. Yes, that's the perfect scenario, but that's not how basketball works. He got an incredible mid-range, no contest look that I bet if you give him that, that he buries that 9 out of 10, and that just happened to be the 1 out of 10 that he misses. Credit to Dallas. They got the rebound, called a quick timeout, and it's not like defensively on that last play. Kyrie Irving again. I'm 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 not saying he's an alien. I'm not trying to start a conspiracy theory. I'm just saying I can't confirm he's not an alien. All right. I'm gonna gaslight everybody like you know, like that one person does in our society. However, to lose that game the way we did, I'm okay with. Kyrie Irving catches the ball, makes a strong move. I believe he pump fake first, strong move with his left hand. Aaron Gordon basically, was behind a split second, but he has the length, he has the jump, he has the reach on Kyrie. Kyrie goes up and shoots a mid-ranger with his left hand. That is his non-dominant hand, and buries it at the buzzer. I mean, it's equivalent to Joker hitting almost a half quarter to beat the Warriors. Sometimes you just got to tip your hat. And I mean, that was an amazing shot. If I was a neutral in this, I'd be jumping up and down. That was a wild, fun game to watch on a nice Sunday afternoon here in Denver. I just have no qualms with it. The qualms I have go back to the whole game itself and the offensive rebounds we gave up. That's what frustrated me, not that ending. You know, Dallas played a heck of a game, and frankly, they deserve to win that game. Again, I loved our fight. And yes, do I wish we had come out and I could be talking about, I can't remember, a 6 or 7 game, streak without an accident and a 48-20 record. Yeah, I'd love that. But that's just how this rolls. I did not expect us to win out all the way to the playoffs. That'd be great. It's the goal. You take game by game and you just want to win each game. I get that. But if you look at reality, it's just you're going to lose a few here and there. It's just about minimizing those. And I like the fact that we didn't lay down and just take the loss in the fourth when it got to be up to, I think, 13 at one point. Excuse me. Got to be up to 13 at one point. And yeah, a lot of teams in the NBA, that would have been it. That would have been the dagger, but not us. We battled. And so I'm not a huge guy for moral victories, but I'm gonna say that's a moral victory. I think I think we kind of learned that, and I'm not saying we didn't know this prior, but when you give a team, especially an NBA team, regardless of who they are, the amount of chances we gave them with offensive rebounds, they're gonna make you pay. And we paid tonight. Yet we still lost by 2. So there's good and bad to take from that. My hustle man of tonight's match or today's match, gonna have to go with Jamal Murray. And yes, there were certain negatives that frustrated me with him, but I did feel that toward the end he kind of struggled during the game, and then at the end it was like, okay, Jamal, put that aside. Now it's time for you to go full blue arrow, and he did. And yes, he didn't make that last shot, but to even be in that position, I mean, you think about that left-handed layup that was high off the glass, and then that three to put us up 3. Big plays that maybe not some guys will make. So, going forward, we just got to focus on the next game. And I'm gonna look up quickly what the next game is. I believe it is on Tuesday. And yes, it is a big one. It is against the third place Timberwolves in Minneapolis. So that's a big one. It's at 7 p.m. on NBA TV. Um, yeah, we gotta learn from this. Take take it. You just gotta take it. You can't sit there and complain. Um, yeah, is what it is. The bench tonight could have done a little better, only 25 points. I thought CB played a really good game, even though he was minus 11. And, I think Peyton Watson struggled a little bit, but that's our bench. They're going to have those games. Let's just, to end this, sorry, I'm rambling at this point, but to end this, if you need to be doing crazy step back threes and left-handed southpaw middies to win the game, to beat this team, a team that didn't play very well, didn't rebound well. If you think that you're going to do that for 4 games in a 7-game series and beat us, I'd love to see it. Show me. That's why I find comfort in this loss. They had a heck of a game. We did not. So going forward, just keep doing what we're doing. Start tightening up the bolts. Start really gearing up for the little things. Offensive rebounding. Not only do we need to make sure we limit those to our opponent, we need to get more of them ourselves. And yeah, want to give a quick shout out. So if you haven't listened to the pregame podcast that Leo and I did today, which is our first one ever, I hope everyone enjoyed that one. We also talked about Girl Scout cookies, which if you don't like Girl Scout cookies, then I don't know. You're probably a conspiracy theory too. I don't know. But want to give a shout out to my cousin Dano. Uh, big thin mint guy. Big thin mint guy. I'm more of a Samoa's across the board. But yeah, give that a listen. Even if I understand that it's a pregame and this game's already happened, but we do talk a lot about Girl Scout cookies and the Nuggets. So, and if you want to play along. Let us know what you think. We have a video up on YouTube that kind of show the cookies, and yeah. Anyway, please do not forget to show some hus. Go Nuggets.